Right folks, we're back on the Morris Minor again now. As you know, I've been waiting for parts to come and also other bits and pieces, ancillary stuff. I'll show you what I've actually bought. I wanted to get this big crank nut off there, as you know. I've got the starter motor off, so I could have done it with that and locking the flywheel up, but I went out and bought a big socket. That's a 33mm socket there. And I was looking at large impact drivers and I found this cheap one on eBay. It's called a Day Plus, not a popular maker or nothing like that, but I took a chance for £45. It comes with 2 batteries inside it as well. Let me just open it up and show you. Yeah, I'm not expecting too much from this, but you never know, do you? So you do get, as I say, a dual batteries plus a charger as well, an assortment of sockets there, impact sockets I think. But let's have a little look at this, what we got here. Right, so let's get the bonnet up out of the way first of all. This is the large socket I'm talking about, folks, this one here. So I haven't tried this socket yet. I'm hoping this one is going to do the job. It's a power hand one. I got it off of eBay. I think it was £13. Yes, there we go. It does fit on. So this undoes in the standard way. So you've got 3 power. That's doing up. You've got 3 power settings on this. Only on the doing up mode, I think, by the looks of it. So I'm just going to put it on undo. And let's just see if this is power enough to undo the socket. Oh my God, look at that, straight out. Wow. That's very powerful. Apparently this is very, very powerful, this one, folks. But as you can see, no problem at all whipping that off. I don't know how long that's been on there, mind you, because it doesn't look like it's ever been off. So that's fantastic for me anyway. So let's just wipe that off now. Now, I'm not sure whether this is just going to pull out or whether we're going to have to prise it out. It might need a few taps. So let me go and get a few tools out here and we'll try and tap this off. Right, I've managed to find a 3-legged puller. I'm just going to have to put that back in, I think, for the moment. Like that. I'll try and keep that in there like that, folks. I'm not too sure if this is going to work or not. So let's just try and put a few turns on there. Oh, it's pulling off easy. There we go. Pulled off a piece of cake, look. Just get that out. Undo that bolt there. There we go. That comes off there like that. Happy with that. Let's give that a bit of a clean up here. Now this is the seal that I think was leaking. This seal around here, I've actually got a new one of these seals to go in. So all I'm going to do now is just undo these nuts around the perimeter of the timing chain cover. And we'll get this off. Get it cleaned up. Get it powder coated. And take it from there. Right, okay, that's all the nuts out now, so let's try and lever this forward just to see what sort of state this... Have I got any more in there? No, they're all out. Just to see what state this cam chain is in, if any. There we go. Well, that can be prepared for cleaning. To be honest with you, it doesn't look too bad. You've got this shim on the back there which can come off. Put that in there. So there is one more locking tab nut to go on there. I'm not going to take this off yet. I'll wait till I get the new cam chain first of all, but to be honest with you, it looks pretty good. It looks like it's in very good condition. But I'm going to change it as a matter of due course anyway. So right, so that's that off now. So I was having a chat with Jimmy about this engine bay, and I think what it needs basically is a good degrease down, and I've pulled all the electrics off here, for example, just having the wire sticking out. where it's a bit flaky in places, I'm going to give it a little bit of a rub down, like places up there sort of thing, and give it a little bit of a prime. The only rot you've got here basically is just underneath where that servo was, look, just down there. There's a little bit of surface stuff there. Everything else we'll do with just the degrease by the looks of it. There's a little bit there, that's all, around there. And Jimmy says the best way to probably do this is going to be to paint it by hand, so I'm going to be doing that. I've got to get this off at the moment. I'm having troubles with this because these are rubber mounted nuts underneath there, and there's really no swing in there. And when I turn the nut underneath there, there's 3 of them there, 3 pillar nuts. All that's happening is the rubbers are just rotating with the nuts, so I've got to work on a way to get them off. Maybe if I can get an electric ratchet in there, which that don't need to swing sort of thing, just sort of press a button and it can undo them maybe. So that's the only other thing I've got to take off now. Just remove the battery there. I don't think there's anything that needs to be doing on the bonnet at all, apart from just a bit of a clean up there. Everything looks okay up there. Might give it one more coat of black paint, I'm not too sure yet. Yeah, so I've actually decided to leave everything as it is for the moment, in the way of leaving the dynamo on. After I've cleaned the dynamo up, I'll show you in a minute, it actually looks like a new unit. So it's probably was when it was refurbished back in 2013, I think it was. They obviously put a host of new parts on it, so things like this as well. I think the fuel pump was new as well at that time, so all the things that you would have had to have done have probably been done to this. So yeah, and someone did make the suggestion, because this had the hanging brackets on the engine, this may be a reconditioned engine, because normally they don't come with them hanging brackets on. It's only if you sort of buy an engine that's been reconditioned or whatever, or refurbished, that you get that. So this timing chain could possibly very well be a new one anyway. But for the sake of a £34 or something like that price tag, I'm going to put a new one on it. I've stripped it down this far, so that's what I'll be doing there. Right, let's get on to the next thing. Right, back on the old Morris Minor again, folks. Still waiting for some parts to come, so I thought I'd take this opportunity just to give the engine bay a bit of a clean out, ready for repainting. So let's get on with that. So as you know, I've taken off things like this voltage regulator. There's a bit of rust on them little terminals there, on that resistor there, look. I'll have to look into that. There's a little fuse box there. So I'm going to just sort of brush everything down, get all this stuff out the seams and that, and start from the top and work my way down, because where it's been standing about for such a long time, it's going to need a good brush down first of all. I don't need that battery tray in, do I? What's that there? Oh, that's a little bit of stuck on stuff there, look, by the looks of it. That can come out. There's a bit more, something stuck on there, look. A little bit there, but yeah, I'm just going to brush all this down, folks, and then I'll give it a wipe down with some white spirit or something like that, and we'll start from the top, work our way down. So you might as well go on a bit of time lapse for that, because it's a little bit of a boring job. Right, okay then folks, I'll give that a good clean down. I'm just going to take the bonnet off now, just to make it a little bit easier, but it's started to rain here now, and I've got Project Man with me as well.
I've had to come and sort it out.
Unbelievable. Right, you want a pair of pliers? Listen to that rain, folks. Let's put you back on the tripod. Hold on, wait there. Thank God for the carport. Right, what we got here? Hold on.
Pin there.
Hold on. Right, what we got here?
That pin wants to come out towards the dashboard, the bulkhead.
What pin?
The pin here, that's it.
Oh, is it bent straight?
Well,
hold that for a minute.
It'll probably break anyway, it's rotten.
Well, it's rotten, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, let's just straighten it out. Well, it's coming out, actually. Couldn't have put it in a more awkward way. I would have come in from the other way. There you go. That's the pin out.
That spring right there, actually.
Hey? Undo the spring.
I mind when the bonnet's loose, it'll drop off anyway, won't it?
Well, the pin's got to come out, innit?
Yeah.
But we want that in, leave that in for a minute, just to stabilise it. And then we got two which look like metric nuts on there. Someone's had this bonnet off before, obviously.
11mm fits on there now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Right, well you undo them two. The bonnet ain't going anywhere for the moment because the stay's up. So I'll steady it here. Are they just nuts? Yeah, they're nylox, aren't they? Yeah, they're not the originals, you can tell, look. So we'll just take them out. It just gives you better access for sort of painting, definitely around the top. Oh, I've got them. So let's just put that over there for the moment. 2 more this side. Lining up shouldn't be too much of a problem. I taught you, didn't I? There's no water washer bottle thing there, is there? Or is that? No.
No, not on the bonnet anyway.
No. Right, hold on. 3. Right, I'm hoping that ain't going to go nowhere. Oh, there we go. Right, okay. Let's come off the hinges. You got that for a minute?
Yep.
I'll put this back on the tripod. Right, where's that nut? The nut. Right, wait there. I'm going to have to pull that bonnet support out, aren't I? Let's put them on there at the moment. Hold on. Right, now that spring's on there still. Let's try and hook that out. Hold on. Right, spring's off. Right, everything should, hopefully, be out of the way now. There we go. So, around the back. Got it?
There you go.
Just at the back, on that, over the, yeah, I got it. Leave that there for a minute. Right, where's that other? Oh, you're going to put that away?
What?
Socket.
Well, you done with it?
Well, yeah, I don't need it now, do I? So that gives us a bit more room, folks, to work in. Then I can just lay that on top maybe afterwards. Cool, listen to that. Wow, there you go. So what I'm going to do is just give these bits along here a little bit of a sand down, all around the rough patches sort of thing. Rub all this down a bit and put a bit of rust treatment on all these places. Right down there, for example. I've still got to get that off, so I'm going to have to work on that. But look at that now, look. Wow. It's hammering down. Look at the roof of the cars over there, look. Anyway. Right, I'm going to get some sandpaper out now, get this all roughly prepared, and I'll come back to you when I'm ready to put some paint on it. I'll see you in a minute. Right, folks, the rain has stopped, and I rubbed the engine bay up down, and I'll give it a wax and grease remover clean with some panel degreaser, and I actually got carried away. I'll give it its first coat. I'm brushing it on by hand, but let me just turn you around and show you where we are at the moment. So as you can see, distinctly darker now than the rest of the car. That was the original colour there. If I can come around here, you might be able to see the difference already. So that was the new colour, which someone painted. This is the original colour. So I'm going to go around it again and give it a second coat. I'm pleased with the way it's gone on. Bearing in mind, I've only just used a brush there. There you go. That's a Harris brush. Not a bristle one. It's one of those... well, I don't know what the bristles are made out of. They look like plastic to me. But this is the paint I'm using. I got this off of eBay. There we go. It's Morris Almond Green number 72 from Scuba's Paints. So I'm painting that directly on, as you can see. And there's the first coat going on to the base there, as you can see. It dries pretty quick, so once you brush over it, you don't want to go over it again in 5 minutes time because it will sort of pick up. But as you can see, it's taken all right. One more coat should do it. That's probably taken me about 3/4 of an hour to get around the whole bonnet area. But yeah, I'm well pleased with it. The taking the bonnet off was a game changer really, because it's give you a whole much more light on there sort of thing. So, but yeah, I'm happy with that for the first coat. Well, I'm going to leave it for now, because I'm going to let that dry before I put the second coat on. The timing chain is now turned up, so in the next video we'll probably be fitting that. And then once this is all dry, the engine bay, then I'm going to take the blankets or covers off of the engine and give the engine a good clean and degrease down. And I've got some different engine paint to go on there as well, so that's coming up in possibly the next video. I've got some steering stuff to do, namely underneath. If I just take you underneath, hold on. I've got these bushes here, which are all perished. I bought some new ones of them to go on there, so they're going to be changed. And also, you probably can't see it from here, but I noticed one of the steering gaiters was totally shot as well, so I've got some new steering gaiters to go on. But I'm going to be putting 4 new tyres on it, as you know, because these are totally perished and cracked. And not too sure about the wheels yet, whether I'm going to do them or send them to someone to powder coat them. I'm not too sure yet. I'll look into that one. Just a little bit here I've got to attend to. So that's a small piece of repair work there. That's the only piece I've seen on it, to be honest with you. But yeah, apart from that, all the brake lines have got to be sort of refitted underneath their clips there when that's all dried and everything's ready. But yeah, I'm pleased. Cleaned the engine bay down. It's not too much of a problem. A little bit fiddly, but I've managed to do it all right, and it looks all right. And definitely when you get all the new engine parts on, I think it's going to look fine. Once I've done that, as I say, I want to get the running gear and the brakes sorted out. That'll be the next video. Once I've got all the engine bay sorted out, that means taking all the wheels off. And then once we've got it running correctly, we're going to go around and prepare all the panels. But you can see the difference in colour there, look, already, sort of thing. So, and already the engine bay is looking a hell of a lot tidier. I'm well pleased with that at the moment. So that's a good job done. Yeah, so going around the actual bodywork, just tidying up. I'm not too sure about these back wings at the moment, whether to take them off and sort of change this there or just rub that down or what. I'm not too sure yet, but we'll have to look into that nearer the time. There's no major rot on this at all anywhere, so yeah, there we go. That's the old Morris Minor. So we're coming on. The engine bay now is in its proper colour, which it would have been originally. But as I say, it's going to get a second coat anyway. Right, I'm going to leave it there for this one, folks. Lots of videos to come up. Don't forget, there's over 1,000 videos on my channel. Have a little binge watch. They're all in playlists. You might be able to send you off to sleep at night. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't been here before, and hit the bell, and that'll notify you every time we upload a video. Anyway, thanks very much. See you in the next video, and until then, bye for now.